Hello, Triplets here. This is gonna be kind of a quieter video on the quieter side because it's nighttime here, and I don't want to be super loud. My voice also feels like it's going out. I think I need to sleep, but wanted to bring you a little bit of an update to the mod here. Make a video just to show the changes a little bit. It's not much of anything. It's not like a feature, what I'd call a feature update, but there's some stuff in here that I would say is worth downloading. The main thing I want to highlight is, um, first of all, icons. Thank you to Niker293. Hopefully I'm saying the name right, but I will probably put the text pasted over in the video. It'll also, they'll also be credited in the actual mod The Sims when I put the update in there, which is gonna link to this video, so you'll be able to see that. I don't know why I'm explaining that. It's one of those logical things. If you are able to see this video, you're probably able to see the guy's name in writing. So I don't know that I necessarily need to put it in the video. I'm spending so much time on nothing. Um, but he made some icons and he sent them to me, and we kind of talked back and forth about it a little bit. And I think they look good. I think they are an improvement on the original. So the first one is for the spells icon. It changes it from the book that I had before to kind of more of what I'd call a dog-eared book, and it looks kind of darker, so it has that sort of decrepit spell book look to it, which I think looks cool. There's also, for the starter spells, 2 wands crossed instead of what I had before, a dark colored wand for dark alignment, and where is it, light colored wand for light alignment. Kind of nice and sparkly. And then also for magical connection, new icon, cute little thing there, changes color like before. And that's pretty much the new icons. I also want to talk about translations a little bit. I have a few translations added in now. 4 of them. We have a German translation by SimsFreak388, an Italian translation by Mrs. Board with a 0 instead of an O. Polish translation by Hubi98 or Hubi, and a Portuguese Brazil translation by Kiba PvP2, and also kind of a nod to AVG. I don't know if that's how you say it or not. They also did a Portuguese translation. I never got it from them, but thank you for doing it nonetheless. And the rest of this update is really just, there's a few tweaks I made to the trait itself, the sorcerer trait. As you might notice, this is a sorcerer, but there's no sorcery trait in the panel here. What happened? It's gone. I destroyed everything. It's all gone. No, that's not what happened. The, the type of trait was before what is called a gameplay trait, so it shows up in this little trait window as a gameplay trait. This is a reward trait. I thought I was going to be showing you an example, and it's not. But The point is, it usually showed up in there, and now it's a hidden trait. I'm going to explain why this is the case in a moment. Why this is the case? No, we're not getting to that yet. I'm getting off track here. This is what happens when I try to make an explanation video when I need sleep. So, one of the other little tweaks made is that every age can have the trait. So, toddlers can now have the trait, babies can have it, though the restrictions are still pretty much the same apart from that. Toddlers don't have anything they can actually do with the trait yet. They just can have it. And the other tweak is that everyone who has the trait, and I'm going to give the trait to a toddler so that I can show you that even the toddler gets a little something just to be able to see that they have the trait. So before it was visible, now it's not visible, but if I just did that and left it as is, it might get confusing. You're like, who has the trait again? Like child sims, do they really have the trait? I'm not sure. So everybody from toddler up, babies aren't included for obvious reasons, just because they can't really do anything. But toddler and up all now have something called a toggle called show magical energy tingles. And they can do this little thing and it'll give them a little visual effect here, which they can also turn off if they want. So it's completely optional to display. But the idea of this is just, this is kind of a baseline interaction that every sorcerer gets now. So even if you're a wee little toddler, and that's the only aspect of the trait that you have, this way, if you're looking around at your sims and you're like, okay, who has the trait? Do they? Well, let me look at their interactions bar, their menu. They have the spells menu. They have the show magical energy tingles, so they're a sorcerer. I know that now. Now, the reason for these changes, which is what I said I was going to get to, is that I'm setting up the framework for inheritance, being able to pass down the trait through pregnancy and babies and whatnot. This is all part of that, pretty much, because I'm not sure about babies getting handed down a gameplay trait. I'm not sure if that even works, if that would cause issues. So just to be on the safe side, I'm making it a hidden trait. It's available for every age, that kind of thing. Inheritance is not part of the trait yet, but it should be fairly soon, I hope. We will see. I will put out an update when it is available and in what form you can get it or be able to use it. It probably won't be available through my mod itself. That will make more sense when it happens, but I don't want to go into too much detail on it before I actually have this kind of thing confirmed. It'll make sense when it's actually ready. That look on her face. She's like, I don't know if I trust what you're saying. You know, sometimes I just like to stare at toddlers. They have the cutest idle animations. It is amazing. Why is she not doing them now? Maybe it's because she's low fun and everything. Do your idle animations. She like glances up at her with that look. or she's mad about something. It's the most adorable thing. Anyway, I'm kind of just enjoying myself with the animations at this point. That's pretty much what the update is. If you would like to be alerted when there are new updates, if the update is significant enough, I might make a video like this one. If not, I will probably put out a post on Twitter, so you can follow me on Twitter at @TriplessSims, or you could subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified that way, just so it's easier to keep up with updates. I put out things for other mods as well on Twitter. I might make it a habit of making videos for mod releases. I'm not sure if that's a thing. A thing. What am I saying? Oh, I need to sleep. I keep like speaking in the microphone and then I'll just like blank out. I'm like, where was I? The last thing I wanted to say is briefly mention Patreon. If you'd like to support my work, mean a lot to me, a little something something. I have a Patreon, it's linked in the description. Uh, it helps me be able to do this with my time. I'd like to thank the person who did donate something to my Patreon. It's much appreciated. I would name you by name, but I don't want to name people in matters of money unless they say to me that they are okay with it in some way, uh, which does occur to me in terms of Patreon kind of, things that people would like to see if I were to do a thing of like putting your name the in the credits of my mods or at the end of these videos, that kind of thing. Is that something that you would find compelling, or I don't know what words I'm looking for. Oh dear. Basically, is that something you would be interested in? And if so, maybe I'll put that as part of my Patreon rewards. Like, if you're a patron, then I put your name in the thanks, that kind of thing. Because I like to thank people. You know, that's a cool thing. Uh, oh God. Anyway, that's all I got. I can't get over these toddler facial animations. Like, watch, she picks him up, or picks her up. He, him, she picks up. Look at that face. That is amazing. The fact that that a real human being animated something that good is just, it's mind blowing. Like, I want to hug the animators who did this because it's just, ah, that's how she's throwing a tantrum. It's just the most, I feel like I have to do something with toddlers to do with this mod because it's just passing up gold to not have something. I just don't really know what to do in that way. So if you have ideas for unique things to add to toddlers in relation to this sorcerer mod, feel free to let me know. I'll consider it. I'm willing to hear ideas. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now because it's probably insanely long and I've just been sort of rambling into the microphone. Um, It's so cute. So I hope you have a good evening, morning, noon, night, whatever time of day you're currently in. And of course, may the toddler be with you always.